Good morning and welcome back to Create on the Road. Right, so welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while since I've done a video because, as you know, if you've been watching the previous videos, I was in Vietnam, so on the other side of the planet for 2 weeks. So now I'm back. I'm Bea, if you haven't seen me before. I'm a writer that lives in Italy, and before going to Vietnam, I participated and won Nanowrimo 2019 by writing a romance novel, which I am still writing because I wrote about 50-something thousand words in the first 2 weeks of November. And now I am going to finish this draft in December. But let's backtrack a bit because I want this video to be an update about the channel, life as it is, and basically what is going on right now and what is going to happen during December, hopefully. So, cappuccino, I've already drunk most of it, actually. So yeah, I've been back in the country since Saturday. I've done quite a lot of sleeping because the flights back were quite a struggle. So we needed time to just recover, and then it's been really mostly cleaning the house, doing laundry. In fact, if you hear any weird noises from behind me, I apologize. It is the washing machine. It is like laundry central right now in my house, so no, you cannot see the rest of the living room because there's piles of clothes and bags and stuff all over, so please just no. I don't want to think about it for like 15 minutes about all this stuff. So yeah, let's talk writing. So if you've seen the previous videos, you know that basically I had done a good chunk of the first draft of the romance novel, which is the first in a series, and I haven't done any writing while I was away, but I wasn't expecting to write. I only brought with me digital copies of the draft on my iPad and like online backups, but those were mostly just to kind of read through and maybe figure out some editing or things I needed to add or whatever. But I wasn't really planning on writing for two main reasons, basically. One of them, obviously, it was a holiday and we had a lot of things planned. In fact, basically most days apart, like the last 2 days, they were all pretty full from like 7 in the morning until whatever, so I wasn't going to have either time or energy to write, and also because I was there, so I didn't want to just close myself off in a room for like 2 hours to write while I could go about and visit stuff, and also because I wanted to take a break, really. So I left at a good place in the draft. And I think these 2 weeks, even though I hadn't physically been in contact with the draft all the time, like I wasn't looking through it every day or whatever, it was sort of percolating in the back of my mind, even when I was doing other stuff. And I think these 2 weeks helped a lot in terms of just letting things settle a bit. And then now I can start back up writing and add things, and with a much clearer idea of what is needed to finish this book, basically. And also how to edit it and what needs to be edited right after, really. If you guys remember, my plan was to have this draft finished in December and then basically ready for publication as a self-published author either the end of January or like early February, depending. I always try to aim for like the end of January, but I do realize this is a trial and error sort of way, and it's a process that I'm still figuring out, so that's sort of like a soft deadline for me, just to also get myself a schedule, which I'll talk about in a moment. But that's the idea. Therefore, I need to finish the draft, I need to edit it and then format it and, you know, all the other stuff that goes with it to launch it by, let's say, basically next month, really. And I also need to do other things connected to it, which I'll be doing during these weeks as well, which are not the actual writing, but are like finishing up the website for this romance pen name, because I'll be writing under one name. And then I also need to write at least the first chapter of the following book, and I need to properly edit it and everything else, because it needs to be included in the first book at the end as a teaser for the following book in the series. And yeah, so there's a lot of moving pieces that needs to be done related to the romance series, but also I will need to do other stuff, and that's for the romance novel. Now let's talk about the rest of the stuff that I need to do this December, if you're interested. I don't know, are you interested? Yeah, please say yes. Anyway, 2 main things, or 3. Okay, let's backtrack a little. Last month I had, sorry, I had something in my eye. Last month I had only 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of November I did Nanowrimo. Basically most of the time was involved in Nanowrimo, doing some freelance work and prepping the writing prompts book, which I'll be publishing soon. And then I went to Vietnam. This month I'm gonna have 3 weeks, and then the last week I am going to go to New York. Plus it's also like Christmas and New Year's. What will happen in January? Will I have the full 4 weeks to do stuff? Maybe, who knows? Let's stay tuned and we'll find out. So December, 3 weeks, 3 main things to do. Works out nicely, except I can't divide the weeks by the things I need to do. So I need to do 3 things during each week, all the time. One thing, the romance novel, we already talked about that. Second thing, the writing prompts book, which I am finishing this week. This week it'll be a lot of website doing and writing and newsletter and setting up and all that stuff. So that's that. The third thing, which thankfully is much sort of easier to deal with, is freelance work. Oh no, wait, there's 4th. Oh, okay, there's freelance work, which I am still doing, although at a minor capacity compared to previous months where you guys weren't here. But I'm still doing it because thankfully I've got myself some work while I was in Vietnam, really. But I managed to get some contacts to do some work, to basically get commissioned to do some stuff. And it's nice and it's relatively fun. It's nothing like horrible or soul-sucking. Plus, it pays, not like major blockbuster money, but it pays and it's good and it's stable. So yeah, I'll have to do that. Obviously, it's gonna take some time, but it's a job, like I have to do it. So no problem with that. It's still another thing I have to plan around. And then there's actually the 4th thing, which I keep forgetting about because it's somewhat unrelated to this, because this is all about writing. Basically, writing, publishing, editing, all that stuff. The other thing, which I'm starting up again this week, is I do covers for books, for you guys, for other authors, and for myself. But yeah, I do cover design and other stuff like banners, or if you need like graphics for whatever, social media, or author like goodies and whatever else, but mainly covers, both for ebooks and like print books. And I do, at the moment I'm doing only pre-made covers, which obviously I prep, you see, you buy, I change the title and author name and all that stuff with your details, you get the cover, you use it, happy times. So that'll go up this week. I'm just finishing up putting up all the covers on sale, and I'll be using Etsy as a website. And but because I'm starting it up again this month, and because I think that you guys deserve some recognition, really, because this community is helping me so much, and I've been having so much fun being part of AuthorTube and the YouTube community so far. I just decided that during December I'll have a sale for the whole month, whereas you get a discount on my covers if you do happen to want to buy them. So I'll do a video separate where I'll talk more about obviously all the details about the covers and where you can find them, my shop, everything else. But just as a heads up, there will be a discount on my usual price. So, you know, it's just something that I hope you guys can help. Maybe you need a cover for your Nanowrimo novel, who knows, or maybe you have other books that you are planning to publish. And I'll just quickly show you what I've got for the month. So let's get into it. Yesterday I had time to think about stuff and schedule some stuff in. And while I was away, I did start planning things. So you can see. I had this notebook with me, and I took this out because so I can put it with my agenda, because I haven't transferred everything on it, you know. So I had the schedule, the stuff that I want to do today. I'm not sure that I'll manage to do everything because I'm a bit of a overachiever on lists. Like, I'll put 15 things and then I'll manage to do like 10 of them, and they'll move over to the next day. But I've got them, and basically is do the video, start on the websites and all the related stuff like newsletters and things, and then the covers, and then the afternoon is going to be dedicated to writing. So I'll fiddle with the writing prompts book, and I'll have to do freelance work because I need to start on that. This month, let's get the numbers down. This month I am aiming roughly, because obviously it's a bit looser as a goal, but I am aiming for about 70,000 words written in these 3 weeks. However, about at least 20,000, but I think it'll be maybe 25,000 or maybe a bit more, will be actually freelance work, for the freelance work. It's still fiction, most of it, and I will count it towards my writing goal for the month, because since it's not Nanowrimo anymore, so it's not just one thing. So yeah, about 25,000 will be the freelance work, and then the remaining, let's say 50,000, will be obviously finishing the first draft of the romance novel, which it doesn't need 50k, so I don't know exactly how long that will be. I'm thinking at least 20k, but I'm not sure. And writing prompts book, if I need to sort of like write more stuff, I need to still finishing up the introduction, which is not very long at all, really. I just need to flesh it out a bit more. So I'm not sure that I'm gonna hit my goal of 70,000 words. I am planning to do that amount of words just so I can plan how to pace myself. And if I finish earlier, because basically I don't have anything else to write, I can either write more, either on the second book of the romance novel or the second writing prompts book, or do more freelance work. I can do that and reach the 70k, or I can just, you know, take the last couple of days off basically from writing and say that's enough, I'm happy with what I've got. I have to write something like 4,100, I think I wrote it down somewhere, but basically something like 4,167 words per day, considering that I always count Monday to Friday. I never count the weekends. I don't have to win anything this month, so it's mostly just to have a schedule. So that's that. And speaking of schedules, you've seen that I had the one for today, but I also made a handy dandy monthly, or shall I say 3 weekly schedule. As you can see, I've mostly put up stuff for the first week, because that's the one where I'm most sure about things that I need to do. And there are other things that I know that I will have to do in the following 2 weeks, but I'm waiting to see the dates. And also filming. And to filming, I do have not exactly a schedule, but while I was away and before leaving, actually, I started jotting down some ideas of things that I want to film, and then I started a schedule for the videos. And there's going to be some interesting videos because I've been thinking of the direction I want this channel to go to, and this month is going to be a bit of a transition, because I'll have obviously stuff that relates to last month, mainly the romance novel and Nanowrimo in general. So, and then I'll have new stuff during this month, but then I'll also be setting up for next year. So what I'm thinking is trying to do a couple of videos every week. I haven't decided on specific days yet. I think December will be a bit trial and error, really. But hopefully by January I'll have like a constant schedule set up. I think I will try to do, I'd like to, every week, one sort of like chat on whatever topic video, and then one more of a writing vlog, life vlog type of deal. So consider this the chatty one, because there's a lot of topics that I want to explore, that I want to chat about, and I want to focus on for each video. But in December, there's like too many things going on, so a bit of a jumble. In this month, I'll also be doing another 10K challenge, so maybe that will be a video in itself, obviously. So yeah, so many ideas, so many things to do, and then obviously I'll be going away, and then I'll need to, well, I want to talk about all the plans that I have for 2020, which I'm so excited about. And I'm not sure whether I'll talk about them this month or just like at the beginning of January for the year to be set up. Either way, you know, they're coming. So yeah, I think I've said everything. This video is going to end up being really long, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I'll stop rambling now. Can you tell that I have been not filming for like 2 weeks? I just want to babble on. Maybe I'm procrastinating all the stuff that I need to do. That's probably it. So I'll let you guys go. It's nice to be back. I'm excited for all the things that I need to do this month. I need to get to work, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay updated and never miss anything of my ramblings, please subscribe and let me know in the comments what you're planning for December. And are you sort of like still hangover from Nanowrimo, or are you sort of like gearing up to the last month of the year? Are you dreading this month? Thankfully, I don't have to do a lot of things related to like Christmas or stuff like that. So it's basically 3 weeks of work and then 1 week of going away. So for me, it's quite easy. But maybe you guys have like loads of things leading up to Christmas. So I'm really like sorry for you, and I hope you pull through. You will manage to pull through this December. So let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. If you hated it, why? Why did you hate it? Please let me know. And I'll shut up now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!